You know what? You need Jesus.
Yes, you do.
Let's go ahead and bring Jesus into it now.
All right.
Oh,
Unplanned.
Unplanned. Yeah.
Unplanned parenthood.
Unplanned, like the beginning of this show. What the hell was that we just saw?
This is Abby. She's our newest volunteer escort. Abby, this is Cheryl D'Alessandro.
I'd be the youngest director in Planned Parenthood history.
You'll actually be in charge of the abortions at your clinic?
I have a chance to make a real difference.
You wake up and you don't know where you should put that T-shirt on or that jersey from that hoodie from DTmerch.com. I think I'm gonna put on the classic black tooth and white logo. Oh shit! Oh, let me get that hoodie, man. It got cold out here.
You know what? The best thing is to just buy all of it, so you're always ready.
There you go, man. Just go in there.
One of each.
If you in Texas or you plan on visiting Texas, just go to DT Merch and buy all of it. We depend on you. You're our main supporter. So please subscribe, donate anything you can to keep these shows going for us. We do appreciate it. We do appreciate it. Yes, we are going to be in Toronto. That's going to be spreading the toasty goodness around the world now. International. Our first international show at the Adelaide Hall in Toronto. Doors open at 6. The show starts at 7. Full night of comedy, games, and music. I don't say that I do not go out of my way for these reviews.
You do. I didn't even know this movie existed.
I didn't either.
Until I looked at the top 5 today.
Yep, same here, man. I was looking the movie up, and I went to a theater, and I thought it was I thought it was a theater that I always go to. So I go to the movie theater to see this, and I ask about it, and they look at me and they say, "This is not playing here." And of course, I don't want to be wrong. So I'm like, "Are you sure?" they're like, "Bitch, I work here."
Right.
Of course, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And then they looked at it like, and they were nice enough to say, "Yeah, okay, we see where this is playing." They're like, "This is 8 miles up the road."
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I went out of town.
Oh, not Pflugerville?
Round Rock.
Oh, shit.
I took my ass up to Round Rock to watch this movie, man.
Oh, my God.
I traveled.
To anybody who doesn't live in Austin, that's Shelbyville.
Yeah. And Martin, the movie we're talking about is Unplanned. Now, they've tackled a lot of things in these religious movies. One thing that you don't see talked about very often is abortion.
It's a hot button issue.
It's a hot button issue, and when you get down to it, it's something that's even hard to make money off of.
Yeah.
Yeah, to really get down and dirty talking about abortion, you do have to get down and dirty. You got to get nasty with it. And in a lot of theaters and places that market these kind of movies, they ain't ready for that. That's one thing I give this movie credit for. They were not afraid to get nasty for their agenda.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and watch this trailer. I haven't told you much about the film. I want to tell you a little bit after we watch the trailer. Let's watch the trailer for Unplanned, and then I'll be back to tell you more along with my review.
I'm not going to apologize for doing a job that helps women in crisis.
There's still a part of me that isn't sure.
I know. But the one thing that all experts agree on is that at this stage, the fetus can't feel anything.
You just saw the trailer, and you already over there shaking your head. You got to be out your goddamn mind with this. And Martin, you know me, I like to be fair.
Sure, yes you do.
Yes, I do. So I don't go in here with my biases. I don't go in here with my politics. And I know y'all think I'm lying. He's like, Corey, shut your ass up. Yes, you do. No, I don't. This is the true story of
No, come on.
Okay, what the hell am I talking about? Man, you
Just don't even write that on there.
even saying based on a true story is a stretch. I mean, to the point where that shit started to tear. This is loosely, and let me tell you why a little while. This is loosely based on the story of Abby Johnson, who, by the way, looks nothing like the actress in the movie.
Yeah,
and,
wow.
Look, I'm not trying to talk about this woman's looks at all. Even she's looking at that like, who the hell is that supposed to be?
Right.
Wait a minute, that's me? The actress is Ashley Bratcher. The woman you're looking at on the left is Abby Johnson. Now, I know with these movies, they take liberties with how they make these people look so that they can look good for the screen, but goddamn. Come on, man. You got to give me a little bit of believability here. But you know, it doesn't matter. It's the story that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, and again, don't come in here and say I'm trying to physically shame this person. I'm not. The shame is casting somebody who looks nothing like her. Because if somebody did that to me, I'd be like, what the hell are you trying to say?
Exactly.
You know, come on, you can't get somebody who even kind of looks like me. But she, as you can tell by the trailer here, she was the head director. If you go by the movie, one of the youngest ones to be head director of a Planned Parenthood clinic, until she saw the actual procedure, which broke her down. And from that point on, she became a pro-life activist. Okay, cool. You know, again.
Okay.
That
really happened.
Yeah. And now I'm sure the basis of that is what it is. And look, I look forward to seeing these movies, not to go in there and ridicule. Now, you've heard me talk about a couple where I walked out and I said, look, it ain't great. And if it was, I'd say it.
I can only imagine.
I actually like that movie, man. I like it more than if I was to see it on TV, I would watch it again. But these religious movies, man, listen, they're always interesting. Either you walk out and you're pleasantly surprised that you actually enjoyed it, and then you get to pat yourself on the back. Yes, I am an open-minded person. I'm not so bad. Or you walk out and the shit was so insane that you had a great time.
Okay.
You had a great time with it. Like, look, you know, come on. Some of these things, let's be honest, unless you are that target audience, it's so bad that it's hilarious. With this, now one of the things I will credit this movie for, this movie's got moxie. It's got heart. It's got spirit, Martin. This movie fought all odds to get out there and make that money that it made this weekend.
Is that right?
This movie, it was hard to, the thing about this movie being about abortion, it's hard to market in the regular avenues that these religious and faith-based films are.
Yes.
I'm looking at MovieWeb right here. There's an article where they say various networks refuse to air TV spots for anti-abortion movie Unplanned. Also, if you read about this, because there were major networks out there that turned it down.
No, thank you.
Yeah, they were just kind of like, we are confused with this and we don't want it. Hallmark
turned it down?
When Hallmark turned it down, there is something wrong with your ass.
Right.
Because Hallmark actually, that is their slogan. We're boring. You know? Hallmark prides themselves on mediocrity, man. Hallmark's the channel that is the last resort for old people.
Right.
Hallmark says something, the thing that old people reject. Say, you know what? I'd rather change my diaper right now than watch this. Oh, I don't have to? I'm clean? Shit, all right, cut it on. You know, this is when Hallmark turns you down, something's kind of crazy. Also, they couldn't get the rights to a lot of music that they wanted. Oh. Because they were just like, we don't know. The only thing that they could get the rights to was a piece of classical music or something. Oh, wow. Yeah, they had some other people, I guess, make songs for the movie. I'm not sure, but because there were some songs in there. But the songs, the popular music that they wanted, couldn't get it, man.
Bono turned them down, huh?
Like, come on. Bono, don't insult me, man. Come on. Bono says, "Look, I
did some religious-based music back in the day.
But I did that for $1. Come on, man. Now I'm making like plumbing for little black kids in third world countries. Come on, man. I don't do that shit no more. I ain't slumming it no more. Y'all know Bono ain't religious. But the other thing that's interesting about the backstory with this is the movie, while it had trouble getting some marketing, I guess it's not a big budget, and it helped that they got a $1 million cash injection from this guy Mike Lindell. You ever heard of Mike Lindell?
I have. Who is he? I've heard his name before.
Mike Lindell. He you might have heard about him today being sort of successful at something, but at one time Mike Lindell was a crackhead. Oh. Yeah, told you straight up. He was some Jekyll and Hyde shit, man. Mike Lindell would tell you, he's like, yeah, he said cocaine, it was just not enough. I needed crack. Uh-huh. And he's one of those guys who was so bad
that he became born again.
He became born again.
Yeah.
But one of those born again people that is so crazy that he thinks God gave us Trump. So he's one of those born again guys who's a big supporter of Trump.
Sure.
You know, one of those guys are talking about how much Jesus saved him, but the only reason why he says it is because Jesus got me paid. Mm-hmm. The thing is, you might have heard Mike Lindell from a certain product that you might even have in your home.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell.
Oh,
inventor
yeah,
of MyPillow.
okay.
Thanks to your support, you've helped make MyPillow become one of the fastest growing companies in America. It's right here in the U.S.
Is there a baby in that pillow? Why is he rocking that like that? Yeah, he's the guy that is the head of MyPillow. You know, it's a huge, hugely successful business.
Right.
And I'll tell you something. I watch this infomercial. I am not one to want to support this man, but that pillow looks comfortable as fuck. You know,
Have you priced those?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How much?
Think iPicks. They're the iPicks of pillows.
Like, are we talking about something like $100 for a pillow or something?
It's more than you'd want to pay. You'd be like, shit.
You know what? Jesus better tuck my ass in every night for how much that pillow might be. But he gave the movie $1 million. Also, he's in the film.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, so he bought his way to the film. He's the hero of the movie where he comes in a bulldozer and
you serious?
And tears down the Planned Parenthood sign. He's just kind of like, I've been waiting for this my whole life. Yeah, man. Well, I admire for the movie getting out there. I want to let everybody know that my opinions do not have anything to do with my reflection on this movie. Because the thing is, a lot of people look at people who are liberal, pro-choice, hippies, whatever, man. You know, they
commies,
yeah,
pinkos,
look at people on opposite sides. You try to make the worst out of it. So, you know, a lot of people think that people who are pro-choice are, you know, liberal-leaning, that they are people who are heartless, people who, you know, don't care about children. They don't care anything about abortions. You know, they just want it to happen because, well, that's my opinion. You know, a lot of people, because including myself, I don't think they take abortion that easy.
Right.
You know, I don't think, I'm not even comfortable with the thought of abortion, but at the same time, I know the one-sided arguments against it too.
Yeah.
So don't come in here and thinking whatever you hear me say about this movie, whatever jokes I might make, or if I laugh about something, or no matter how much I come in and criticize. Don't think it has anything to do with us being insensitive to abortions. I'm not. I believe me. I come in here trying not to have any political biases against it.
Well, my position is if you really are against abortion, then by all means don't have one.
Yeah. No.
Otherwise, leave people the fuck alone.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that happen with abortion that people don't look at, and that is one of the things with this movie here that is the case. Now, even that, you can't come in and start criticizing too hard because you know exactly what you're walking into. This movie, you already know, is not going to be a well-made film. It's got TV level production.
Yeah.
The acting ain't all that great. And speaking of heavy-handed, that's what you know mostly is that this is going to be propaganda.
Yeah,
You know,
it's going to be very one-sided.
It's going to be one-sided with this. But shit, try at least a little subtlety. I mean, just a pinch.
Well, I just love how in the trailer, everybody from Planned Parenthood is just evil. They're an evil cabal.
Yeah, oh man, you
that can't wait to kill not terminate fetuses, but to kill babies.
Mar, you don't even understand the half of it.
It's like they have a big meat grinder.
Yeah,
back there.
yeah. That's
an
what it
abattoir.
is. This movie might as well be hostile for embryos, man. Before the movie even gets to the title card of the film, Abby, or Abby's actor here, the person playing Abby, they tell you, well, for me to tell you my story, you have to hear all the details, and it might make you squirm. And as she says squirm, they have a crane shot slowly panning up to the Planned Parenthood sign, and I swear I was waiting for lightning to just go down. I was waiting on a crow to come down. Fucking buzzers hanging on the sign and shit. Brad Jones, he was telling me, you got to go see this, and the whole time I was just texting him in the theater. What the fuck, man? I'd say, Red, what? you held back when you were telling me what this movie was like. And he's like, oh, yeah, you had to see this for yourself.
Wow.
To see what's going on. And the funny thing is that I still give this movie some credit for some of the things that it's doing. I have to tell you that this is one of the things I also say that it has going for it. It's not the Trump prophecy. That was just insane. That's a whole other level of crazy. The Trump prophecy.
Right.
Yeah, this is just kind of stupid. and just bad.
Well, which one is worse?
It's hard to say, man, because the Trump prophecy, as I told you, it's not even a movie.
Right.
So this Trump prophecy is worse because when I say propaganda, like Trump prophecy is 30 minutes a movie followed up by a 10-minute video and a lecture that's longer. So at least this is a movie.
Right.
That's what I mean. Like that's insane, man. That's just kind of vile what Trump prophecy did. When it does kick off, they don't waste any time turning this into a horror movie. And I mean that. Because early on they show you the scene and this is before the credits even roll. I mean, sorry, again for the title card, they show you what horrifies her, and she goes into the room that she hasn't, like the baby grinder room, whatever.
Yeah.
So she goes in there, and this is the first time she's seen the procedure done on a sonogram. And when the doctor sticks the tube up into the womb, you actually see the baby like, no, oh God, no, like the fetus, no, shit, help me, I'm not, hey, listen, and I'm trying to be fair here because I've never seen a procedure done before, so I don't know if embryos do that.
I've seen it. It's not all that.
I'm telling that baby, like seriously, you could see the baby's mouth going like, no, oh God, no, help me! Ah! And she walks out, and that's what makes her run out, and she's like, oh God, I just seen a murder, and the doctor's just a villain. Because she's like,
oh, stop crying.
Yeah, he's like, where the hell is she going? It's like, oh Jesus, man. And Martin, even when it's happening, she's like, you gotta stop, it's moving. I always do that. There's nothing. Like, oh, come on. Come on, man. Come on. I'm trying to sit here and I'm trying to be fair with you. Unplanned. But y'all making it hard. They go all the way with this. This movie is rated R. Because it's a bloody movie, man. Now it's not like whooping Jesus' ass kind of bloody. You know, it ain't the Passion of Christ. You know, Mel Gibson had made this. He'd just be punching chicks in the vagina with brass knuckles and shit. Fuck you. You're probably a Jew vagina. Fuck you.
You and your pack of niggas that got you pregnant.
Yeah, but this right here, man, it ain't like that. There are a lot of moments though where it's just a lot of blood, a lot of women bleeding. It's like the Cronenberg of religious movies.
Jesus.
A faith-based film, because it's just, and I'm not trying to make light of this. Maybe it seems like propaganda, but at least they're sticking to their guns. It's just globs coming out of women. There's one scene where Abby's on the floor and the whole bathroom is just bloody.
Is it a dream sequence?
No, it's real.
Okay.
Not well. In the movies world, it's real. Yeah, she's on the bathroom floor and she's dying, and she feels like she's dying. She's in agony, and the whole bathroom is just like covered in blood, where she's just smeared it. Listen, for a movie that was made low budget, that was effective as far as the scene goes. I think, hell, to drop this, make a horror movie next.
Right.
So it goes all the way with that, man. But then they get into Abby's story, and this is where I was like, okay, bullshit. Because Abby talks about how when she was younger, her story started off so rough because when I went to Texas A&M, I was a full party girl. But you don't ever see her drinking. You don't ever see her doing no drugs. You don't get one woo out of her. No. It's funny how they don't want to show you that side of her at all. She just says it, but they don't want you to visualize it. But the whole time, this so-called party girl is presented just as sweet and just as nice. Oh no, it's that creepy older guy that's sniffing around at the apartment complex across the way who comes over. Guy 10 years older than her, starts dating her. And that's where, And see, that's why Abby can tell you her story. Abby was in a bad relationship. They almost victimized her in a way, even though they say she's a party girl. No. Oh, it was poor Abby just succumbing to the evils of the world because that evil older man, that bad boy, got a hold of her, who she married. And that's where she had not one, but 2 abortions, Martin. So she's an expert at this.
So I'm assuming the real story is that she was involved in gangbangs with the football team.
Martin, you'd have to get the director's cut for that.
Because they always tone it down.
Yeah, and they were all black.
Yeah, of course they were. That's why he couldn't.
That's
show
why she
them.
got the abortion. It's just how much of this is true and how much of this is just visually trumped up just for you to like feel sympathy for her because they can't tell you the stories where she was really partying hard. And probably fucked about 5 dudes that night. Nobody know that baby is. She, oh no, he was such a bad husband.
Who did this to you? You know what? There's a lot of guys I could choose from.
Yeah, shit, it was probably the janitor. probably groundkeeper's Willie that did this shit. They try to make Planned Parenthood look like, this evil organization, and then they try to make the protesters look all nice and sympathetic. Actually, they do talk about how
We're just asking you to think about it.
Well,
I've seen protesters. That is not what
well,
they
no,
do.
actually, no. They do talk about the protesters because the protesters are split. Because the nice ones are like, those assholes, that's not us.
You're still gonna be a baby killer.
That like they
Smash Mouth is out
yeah.
there too?
Oh, what else they got to do? Man, they show how some of these people are rough, how they abuse these women leaving, are trying to get into the clinic. So they at that point I said, all right, now we pull back, and it seems like you did what you had to do to appeal to the audience that is here, and now you're actually trying to be a fair film.
Okay.
And I even like that story, man. It's like they even talk about George Tiller. George Tiller was this Wichita Falls guy, or Wichita guy, Wichita, Kansas doctor. He was shot because he worked in one of only 3 clinics in the nation that did late term abortions, and he was shot while he was in church. So
Wow, that's some hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy for your ass right there.
Oh yeah, Jesus cannot help you. Nah, man, they make a big deal about that, and they do say, like, what kind of monster can do this? I even the point they even act like that's like the apocalypse is about to happen because she works in a clinic. Like they sit on the news at a Mexican bar, or a Mexican food restaurant, and the husband's like, "Come on, honey, we gotta get you out of here. We gotta get you home." And everybody's like, "What the fuck? It's one dude, you know?"
Yeah.
But they do address that. So it seems like they're trying to be middle ground on that. But there's one protester out there, played by this girl, Emma L. Roberts. She's just, they don't get along. They don't see eye to eye. They don't agree on things, but they're still like, they get to know each other so well. They're like, hey, so how you doing today? Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, I want you to meet my new fiance here. So they kind of like, all right, well, fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow. And so yeah, they actually build up this relationship. And I really like the acting in this is not that great. I really do like the guy that plays her, that plays the protester's fiance or later on husband. It's an actor named Jared Lotz. Apparently him and I shopped at the same clothing store. I just now noticed that. I'm just like,
No
fuck.
shit. Oh, that's embarrassing.
Pro-life for us. And it's funny because the guy actually looks like John Krasinski before he got the super soldier serum in a way. Skinny guy. But I do like the guy in the movie. He's a sweet guy. I mean, he is a character meant to be like to get you to feel for the protesters.
Sure, he's got a long neck and those ears.
Yeah, exactly. How can you not like that, man? Boy, but then it was too good to last. I knew it. And I was sitting up there saying, I was like, when you gonna bring it? When is it gonna happen? This cannot be going this well. And sure enough, when I pulled my guard down, Cheryl came into the picture. Cheryl is a straight up villain. I'm not talking about a character that you're meant to disagree with. She is a straight up villain. The actress's name is Robia Scott. who I think actually danced for Prince at one time. So Prince probably fucked religion into her. Let me come in and tell you about the good word. This woman, man, she runs the clinic. She's corporate.
Yeah.
Corporate villain. And she just stands at the window and she just looks at the protests and she's like, look at them out there scaring these girls away, scaring away our money from giving good abortions. She even has a release the hounds moment on them. Like the protesters out there, she just cuts the sprinkler on them. I don't want to see them out there. Cut on the water. Commence with the waterworks. Martin, she loves killing fetuses, man. She's like the Cruella de Vil of abortion. Like you almost think that she's about to make a coat out of fetuses. She loves, man. She loves giving abortions. When there are moments where she's like in this picture right here. There are moments where she's looking over dead fetuses and they got this ominous lighting on her.
They don't have her like picking them up and cracking them
And
their
sucking
necks and
that
the
liquids
stem
out.
cells.
Yeah, that would be silly, Martin, wouldn't it? But she just looks over there and just playing with them. I mean, and it really is like Cronenberg. She's like, come here, I want to show you something. This is nothing but dead tissue. They feel nothing. And it gets even more insane. Did I say that the Trump prophecy was insane and this is?
Yeah.
No, this is insane.
Okay.
I just changed my mind. This is fucking nuts. There's a moment and she loves abortion so much. When Abigail comes in, who's happily married right now and can't wait to tell people that she's pregnant, she goes and tells Cheryl, and Cheryl hears the news, and when she tells Cheryl that, Cheryl's like, we can take care of that. And Abigail's like, wait, no, she's and Cheryl tries to actually tries to validate her feelings. She's like, but if we don't take care of this now, you can't come to work. It will interfere with your job.
Oh, damn. We have a place for you right here.
Yeah. I'm pregnant. We must destroy it.
Snip, snip.
That's where you get it leads to the best line in the movie. And Martin, when you were talking about how Planned Parenthood doesn't get, they're cutting back on funding.
Yeah.
And here, this is crazy. I understand, trying to feed your audience bullshit, but damn, man, when you get to the point where you making the Avengers or James Bond, because they ain't getting no money, they cutting back on funding, but Cheryl's at a convention or a corporate meeting, and she pulls back a blanket, and they're pretty much making the Death Star of Planned Parenthood or the Spectre of Planned Parenthood. It's like, and they do tell you, she's like, with a bigger facility, we can do even more abortions. And it's like, are you serious right now?
Like
Really?
they don't have a conveyor belt with robots just doing it.
Yeah. And Abby gets up and she's like, wait a minute. I was told that we were here to give more medical assistance to women and more support to women than abortions.
Nah.
And Cheryl just looks at it and she's just kind of like, thank you. So in the hallway, and I don't even know how Abby thought, because Cheryl comes up behind Abby and she's like, Abigail, and Cheryl turns around, yeah, can I help you? And she just yanks and says, bring your ass over here. She's like, don't you ever talk to me in front of people like that again. But Abigail's like, but you lied to me. And she's like, listen, you need to wake up into the real world. This is one of the best lines in the movie. You've got to, if it's on TV, you got to see this for yourself. She says, in fast food, you think it's the burgers that makes the money? No, it's the fries and the soda. What we do here, abortions, are the fries and the soda. You can tell how they're feeding on the stereotypes of the kind of people that come here, which pretty much mostly, now you're going to get a lot of people in here who are religious, but it's you're not really trying to get the attention, the money of white conservatives out there.
Sure.
In the film, they show these girls who go into the clinic as broken down, confused, sad, patients who don't know what they're doing. And in all fairness, they show them in all colors, all races. But the one that comes in there and don't give a fuck about an abortion, I just need one, is, of course, is a black girl who is dressed like a hoochie mama right now, like a hood rat. Come out the car, short skirt, switching, and just walking up with an attitude of like, because they're trying to say, like the protesters come up and they're just kind of like, and one doctor even comes up who's changing her mind. They're like, you don't have to do this. Think about this. She's like, bitch, get out of my face and get this shit out of my body. And, and could care less so much that she even brought her daughter with her for the abortion.
Oh, wow.
Almost like a threat. Now keep fucking around. It's going to happen to you. Keep playing. Hoochie mama looked like she just got through fucking. And meanwhile, outside the gate, you got them black stereotypes. Oh, Lord, don't do it. Oh, don't, Jesus, don't do it. You don't got to do this. Oh, Lord, girl. Oh, I was just like, man, I ain't saying the movie's racist, but it's an insult not only to the people that do know better, but it's more of an insult to the people that they just cashing in on.
Yeah.
There's a whole other level of just straight manipulation here. People who are pro-life people should be able to look at this and say, ain't no way in hell this went down like that. I'm not stupid. This is some bullshit. Some straight bullshit. I could have got some nice comedy out of this and been like, man, this is a very low rental, because I know who the audience is for. But no, this serves nobody but the people that made it. It's lining their pockets, even if they're trying to even they believe in what they're doing. The point that they push this to the ridiculous levels that they do, that's too much, man. It's way too much. I feel for the people who go in this and buy it, man. It's an insult to you. Did you like what you just seen? Then keep seeing it. Hit that subscribe button, and if you really love what we do, check out our main site, doubletoasted.com. Over there, you'll find a long-form version of this video, uncensored, and also the live streams that we do almost every night of the week. Come on over to dtmerch.com. Support us over there, and remember to always stay toasty.